So welcome back to Gen Booms.
Gen
Boom! Alright, so this is the first album reaction on the channel. And
What we got this time?
we have 17 is the name of the album by XXXTentacion.
I know the name because you played it a few years ago. I know he died young.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if you had knew that or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's about all I know.
Very young.
Yeah.
I actually never really looked at what age. I'm pretty sure he was like 21 when he died.
Okay.
But yeah, very young, and it was always been like a favorite of mine because he's just very. Like,
I remember you had said that
artistically-
you really liked his stuff.
I think he's very like artistic and inclined. I don't think he's the best rapper, but I just think he's a great artist.
Huh.
So 17 was like it was dropped in 2017, but I think it's called 17 because he wrote it when he was 17, and it come from the life experiences of when he was 17.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, he might have dropped it when he was 17. I don't know. It was.
Okay.
It's his first one, I am pretty sure, and it was pretty big instantly, pretty massive.
While he was still alive, because I
Yeah.
heard like he had some.
Because this is
he
one of
got
his
more
first
popular.
ones.
Like it
Yeah,
sounded
yeah,
like
heavy
after he
rapper.
died, or maybe I was more aware of it after, but
Yeah,
or only through you anyway.
yeah.
But
No,
anyway.
this was major. It had some songs. Whoa, what just happened? Well, that was weird.
I can see on his laptop it says can't find the album.
What?
That's a little bit of a problem. I think it's
That is a problem.
coming back up.
Okay, there we
go.
That was bizarre. I've never had that problem ever with Spotify. It just was like, nope, you're not bringing that up.
Par for the course. I don't know what happened. Your laptop doesn't like it. Huh? What I gotta say. Well, anyway, but no. Yeah, looking forward to. I think you've played me some song or two of his in the car or something.
Yeah,
In years
mentioned
past.
him as well, but yeah.
But I couldn't name a song of his or anything. But
Yeah.
so, yeah.
His
So
just
check
to let
it
you
out.
know, his style, because we had done J. Cole as our first video, and
yeah.
it's I couldn't have been more opposite. It's
Oh,
just-
okay, because that one had a nice, just a vibe. Or
Yeah, and he's heavy on the like rap, like lyrical. His is more almost opposite. It's not. You don't focus that much on the lyrics, although sometimes they are important. It's almost more of just the vibe of the song.
Okay.
And then 17, this one is he was always like a very troubled guy, so it's a very like depressing. A lot of the songs are pretty depressing.
Okay.
So we will start with the intro called "The Explanation."
Okay, let's do it.
17. A collection of nightmares, thoughts, and real life situations I've lived. 17 is a number tattooed on the right side of my head. Soon to be explained in future interviews or instances. By listening to this album, you are literally, and I cannot stress this enough, literally entering my mind. And if you are not willing to accept my emotion and hear my words fully, do not listen. Here is my pain and thoughts put into words. I put my all into this in hopes that it will help cure or at least numb your depression. I love you. Thank you for listening. Enjoy.
Well,
Okay, so that's the intro.
that was interesting. I mean, one is very low, very kind of
Yeah,
calm,
it was
but
quieter
intense
than
at
I
the same
remember.
time. There's some like little popping. Like I don't know. He's just.
Yeah, almost like he's just holding a mic in his room because you can hear him go like.
Because
on
at first
some
I
of
thought,
it.
did you just bump the mic or something? Like was
Yeah,
it?
and it's
You know,
just
so-
it's just the audio.
That's actually that's unusual on an album.
Yeah,
so,
like he's well. He
okay.
also he became popular and sort of grew up in the like SoundCloud era, where people make their own music in like their bedroom and just put it up on SoundCloud.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's probably why he was just used to doing stuff all on his own for
Okay.
stuff like that. And yeah, he has that on his other album too, Question Mark, which we'll probably react to too. They're both massive albums, and it's like an intro where he's just sort of saying like have an open mind to listen to my music, probably because one it's very different,
Mm-hmm.
and then two it's just very like I don't know, it's just sad, I guess, but
Okay.
yeah, it's interesting. I think he said before that like he made his music at one point just to sort of help those, like you said, just get through their depression essentially. So
Probably, yeah, help himself, help others.
yeah.
Because usually what works for you will also others will be able to relate to. So that makes sense. So, yeah, all right, well, let's get into it.
All right, so the actual first song is Jocelyn Flores, which, by the way, this had 2.4 billion streams. Absolutely massive all over the internet when it came out, mostly because of the content of the song.
Oh, wow, is the name a reference to
Yeah, so you'll see
something?
in the song, but it is a reference to a girl that I'm not 100% sure, but I think he at least knew, and I think he was like in relations with her, liked her a lot, and then she actually killed herself.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's pretty bad. And he's pretty young, so it messed him up, and he talks about it in some of the other stuff in this song. Yeah.
Wow.
So here it is.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
It's a very like entrancing.
I'm trapped in my mind, girl, just holding on. I'm in pain, wanna put 10 shots in my brain. I've been tripping about some things can't change. Suicide the same time, I'm tame, put you this in bag of a phone call. Girl that you fuck with, kill her so. That was this summer and nobody helped. And ever since then, when I hate myself, wanna fucking end it. Have a conversation about my hate decisions, fucking sickening. At the same time, memories surface through the grapevine. But my uncle playing with a slip knot, put some out of stress, got me fucked up, been fucked up since a couple months they had a nigga locked up. I'll be feeling pain just to hold on.
Does he do the singing as well as the rapping?
Yeah, he does both. Also plays a little guitar. I believe this person specifically might be a Shiloh Dynasty. Works with that person a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there was a female in there too, right? Wasn't there?
Yeah, I'm actually not Shiloh Dynasty. Just to pause right there. That's the end of the song.
Okay.
Shiloh Dynasty is like I think, at least when it was coming up, a very melancholic, similar genre to like X's music, and it was like you never really you never really knew what they were, like if they were, because they never revealed themselves as far as I know. So you didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
What? So
But nice harmony. That was
very nice harmony.
subtle. Just kind of came in, just perfectly laid it out. It was very
Yeah.
nice. Kind of
I like-
little
yeah.
layers there that was really interesting because it's so, the rap was so. I don't know,
sort of
in
fast.
your
It almost
face
feels
is not
like
but,
like it just happened. Then he's like just instantly just rapping
Right,
about
and
what he's
just-
feeling.
yeah, exactly. It's all just pouring out.
Yeah.
And just so that was really interesting, and then it was such a unique difference with the. I wasn't expecting it that
Sort of.
that it sounded really pretty.
Yeah.
On, the singing and it's this mellow prettiness to it, and then also with the harmony coming in, it was like, oh, this is really. It's got a lot of different layers going
Yeah, it's
on here
very
that I wasn't
relaxing
expecting, and it
almost.
was for.
That's why I
it
think
was.
It's almost like it's very accurate when he's like, I make this to help people get through depression, because it's like.
Yeah, and I couldn't get all the lyrics, but from what I was getting, like it definitely seemed like it was coming
very
from
heavy.
From a a dark place, and but getting it
He
out and
mentions-
dealing with stuff. And,
Yeah, a lot of it in there. He talks about he said my uncle playing with a Slipknot, reference to his uncle
yeah,
supposedly trying to commit suicide, and then
Damn.
Jocelyn Flores, and then he also refers to when he got locked up. So he got well, he was like always he grew up with a troubled childhood, so he would get in fights, go to jail for that. He also got charges pressed against him for abusing his girlfriend, and I'm not sure if they were true or not. I don't know. I think he claimed they were false. I'm pretty sure. Of course you would. But so he refers to that, and also just basically all the negativity going around. And then he also says after about the going to jail line, he's like, everybody want to see me with no pot to piss in. So just like everybody is looking at me like, just like get out of here, like you're not worth it. Sort of similar actually what we were talking about with J. Cole, when he's like, people look at these troubled rappers or these troubled young kids and just think they're not worth it instead of trying to help them.
right, yeah. So it's better to mentor or or
Yeah.
what he's doing. It sounds like from what he said, his intention was is to to
just help them sort their
help anybody
feelings.
else who's kind of going through something. So,
Yeah.
I actually really liked that. It was
Yeah, it's
very
very-
surprising. Like I said, it was mellow. It was a nice vibe. Yeah, it is.
Very
it's,
sad.
It's definitely sad, and there's very much a
Like
melancholy
you could easily
feel
see,
to.
yeah, if you were
Um,
depressed, just laying in bed, like it's like perfectly what I think of.
Right. Yeah, but sometimes when it's super melancholy, it makes you almost more depressed. I didn't get
It
that with
does.
this. Like like it's melancholy, but I wouldn't say it's uplifting. But I mean there's an element to
Just
it.
a sense
just
of
with
like,
just
somebody else feels my pain.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
then so then the harmony coming in, with the feature there, is kind of like accentuating that, right?
Yeah,
That-
like calming
that
you.
somebody else is feeling my
Yeah.
pain. So I thought that the way that the feature was used in the harmony there was brilliant.
Yeah, I
actually.
agree, and I
Yeah.
think that's most of his songs.
Very
And,
nice.
The next
Okay.
one is called Depression and Obsession.
Well, damn.
Yeah, as a theme,
Yeah.
So we'll get into that one. I believe he does play guitar.
Depression and obsession don't mix well. I hate it inside and out. I feel my stomach make a hill where we never let it list to all the talking, and now I'm hooked in depression. And obsession don't mix well. Hollywood motels, I'm just obsessed with
He's really good at just finding like melodies.
Yeah. Wow. I was really feeling that.
Guitar and all that.
No, I was kind of. Felt like I was
There
going
you
to tear up, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I couldn't get all the lyrics.
Yeah.
But just the feeling of what he was saying was so strong, so prevalent throughout. I mean, one is
Yeah.
beautiful. I mean, simple
Exactly.
with the guitar, simple but very nice. He's very talented. He has a nice
It's like he
singing voice
just
too.
finds the perfect way of putting out his
Yeah.
emotions.
So you can tell he's depressed, and he's finding a way to channel it, and
Yeah.
and it was beautiful but depressing at the same time. Like
Tragically beautiful, yeah.
because I was just so I started to feel like I was tearing up a little bit, but just in the sense that this sucks. Like this guy is going through so much, just so much, and that is clearly he's so depressed and all. And then there's little things that he did or the producer did, whatever. But like there's one little part where just like there's like a little scream there.
Yeah, he has like ad libs in
know.
the back, like and,
Yeah.
like they're just pitched down.
The
so you don't
scream
hear
about
them.
the whatever the line he keeps repeating about
I'm
obsession.
obsessed with you.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Like just obsessed with you. Like that was really cool. Like that was kind of because he's got this mellow thing and there's a little scream and it's not a loud scream. It's just kind of like
Just that's the second time.
yes.
It's like his thought. Like it's just one of his thoughts
Yeah,
that
yeah,
just got put on the track.
And I thought that was really nice because I thought that's like it's just a real thing. Like you feel these things or whatever, and it's just so even about this mellow thing, and it's I'm talking about depression, but that it just it makes it kind of hit home. But yeah, by the end of that, I was just like, God damn, man, this poor guy. It's I don't know what all he's going through, but this is really sounds terrible, like what he's having to deal with. Like you can feel the depression, the melancholy,
Yeah.
and yet it comes across in a beautiful way.
Yeah, that's why I always say like I love X. He's one of my favorite artists of all time because he's an artist instead of making a good sounding song or anything. It is good, but it's like instead of just focusing on a good sounding song, you could just feel him
Yeah, yeah, it
channeling.
definitely got that right. Yeah, because it's not. It's not studio quality, for the most part. Like, but it fit. Like, like it
It's
sounded
as
great.
simple as it needed
It's
to
simple.
be.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree. I really,
Yeah.
really like that one. I would really, that would hit me. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one too. It's one of my favorites because it's also it's fairly pop. It's actually not even that popular. I mean,
Really?
it is. It's 400 million streams, but
Oh.
some just some of the others on this
Only
album
400 million.
because some of the others 2.4 billion, 1.8 billion, 1.7 billion. So in terms of some of the others on here, it's not as popular.
Yeah.
I always love it because one is good guitar. It's basic, but it's something you can like. You don't have to feel as sad as he is, but just like if you're having a down time, it's easy to like almost like croon too. Like you just sort of
Yeah, but
hum along and feel the same.
I guess, yeah. It's just, but it sucks then that he died so young. It's like it wasn't. I don't know the story. Was it like drug overdose? Was he shot?
No,
Like, I don't.
he was murdered.
Oh, Jesus.
No gang violence. It was so sad because it wasn't his fault at all. No drugs, no gang violence. He was just robbed and they shot him. So it was very sad.
Jesus, yeah.
And it was extremely tragic because he was also like he was very troubled, and so he definitely did things that were like he wouldn't really approve of in terms, like it's wasn't the best kid always, and got into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But he was really like turning his life around and trying to be positive, like right when he got killed, like he was becoming a really positive figure.
No, that's
So it
really
was a
horrible. Yeah,
horrible
that's just,
Yeah, it's one of the most like notable deaths in hip hop.
yeah, because clearly, like, he's an artist.
Yeah, because even now,
and so the world lost this great artist because that, at least from the first two songs, that had an effect on me. And I don't know the guy. I don't know the story.
exactly, don't really know him.
But just like you could feel the depression and the melancholy and trying to get something out, and then and clearly a very talented individual, and so
and you can see how he connected with so many because he only had a very very short career, just a few years before he sort of died, and he has songs with billions of streams. He's got millions and millions. He's got tens of millions of monthly listeners years after his death, and his albums are the most streamed of all time.
And he didn't really get to enjoy or appreciate all that, for the It's just, it just sucks.
It is very sad.
Anyway, well, let's continue.
Yeah,
on.
the third one, Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares. This is a massive, massive song.
Okay.
I do love this one. Here we go.
Tell the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. That's why I said it on my face that I'm down on. Only tell you got my mind when I'm all alone. That's why I'm never really alone in the nighttime. Change hoes like clothes, I can get attached. Cause these hoes 5 starters like lit matches. I've been feeling really lost, looking all attachments. I don't really go outside cause I hate traffic. I don't wanna go outside, get caught in traffic. Tell the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. Tell the feeling like I'm rapping a damn lie. Tell the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime. Tell the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. Tell the feeling like I'm rapping a damn lie. Tell the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime. 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 Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime.
Okay. I don't know if I said the name on that one, but that was Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares,
Oh.
which sort of fits some of the lyrics. That's why the chorus is like,
Yeah.
don't go to sleep. So it's like everybody dies in their nightmares, I think is like more of a everybody is, I think it's just sort of relating to like everybody's like more alone at night. That type of theme.
Yeah, or it probably it hits you more, I know, at nighttime, I think. Usually in
Yeah.
the daytime you're the average person anyway. You're at
You're
work.
out.
You're out and about. There's things you
You can
have
be
to
with
do.
friends and
At nighttime,
you're all alone
you know,
because you
I mean,
have to
maybe
be.
you're friends at one point, but at some point
You have to be alone and,
you're,
and
you're
you're
going to
stuck
bed or
with your
whatever.
thoughts,
And
yeah.
so yeah, so that makes sense. That's,
And some of the lyrics in there are like, I don't want to go outside, get caught in traffic, and some of the other ones are just really about how like he just doesn't almost want to be socializing at all.
yeah, that was. But yeah, that one, you know, it was again about
Simple one.
depression, but again, nice layering and stuff, and I assume that was him doing like the singing like in the background because he's rapping, and then there's like a little harmony.
Yeah, it's
harmony.
tough.
That's not the right
Because he
word,
works
but-
with Shiloh Dynasty a lot, so it could be.
Okay,
Shiloh
because I
Dynasty,
wasn't sure
but-
because I thought it did sound a little different, the
see
voice.
if
But I don't know. But whatever, it was
Yeah.
a nice use of whoever's voice it was. Singing. With it, so it blended well with his rap. Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll move on to the next one. Track number 5, Revenge.
Okay.
I think I finally found a way to forgive myself for the mistakes I made in the past. I think that's the first step, right? I've dug 2 graves for us, my dear. Can't pretend that I was perfect, leaving you in fear. Oh man, what a world, the things I hear. If I could act on my revenge, no would I? We're broken hearts break bones and break up fast, and I don't wanna let it go, so in my grave I ride. I've dug 2 graves for us, my dear. Can't pretend that I was perfect, leaving you in fear. Oh man, what a world, the things I hear. If I could act on my revenge, no would I? Broken hearts break bones and break up fast, and I don't wanna let it go, so in my grave I ride. In the 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 grave I ride.
That was interesting. Was he saying "In the grave I write"?
He was saying, "In the grave I'll rot."
Oh, okay.
Cause the chord he was just singing, "I've dug 2 graves for us, my dear."
Mm-hmm.
Can't. What was it?
So the
Like,
revenge
pretend
was
that I was
about
perfectly
a girlfriend
living in fear.
or something. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm
it's kind of what
pretty
I
sure.
couldn't because I didn't have the lyrics in front of me, so I was I didn't get it all. But it seemed to be more about a broken heart and dealing with that.
Yeah, the song
Pain.
is almost like about if he chose for revenge. I think it's probably just portraying his feelings of like how he wants to almost go with revenge in certain scenarios, but I hope he doesn't. But some of the lyrics are like, "If I could act on my revenge, oh would I? Some kill, some steal, some break your heart, and you thought that I would let it go and let you walk." So it's like the song is like an acknowledgement of a person knowing they're about to do something because they're saying, "I don't want to let it go, so in my grave I'll rot."
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't get the "In the grave I'll rot." I mixed up that, but the other part, yeah, I thought that's what he was saying. That it was, the revenge was about somebody that broke his heart, and or maybe it's more of a fantasy kind of a revenge that he it hurts so much he wants to lash out and
Yeah.
kill
I
that
th- I
person. And
think
of course,
so.
that's gonna kill him or murder suicide. I don't know, but it's hyperbole anyway. It's poetry. Yeah, that's he is very talented and as we said before,
Like the melodies. Or...
yeah, a nice
Very,
melody.
yeah.
It's interesting. It's easy to listen to, and yet it's got this this deep, horrible stuff really
Yeah.
that he's saying, and not hitting you over the head with it, just like, but yet in a way he's like screaming out, and because this is like he wants to do this revenge, but then he's maybe hopefully getting out through song.
Through writing the music and everything.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's interesting that you have this kind of depression, rage, whatever it is, and yet get it out in a beautiful way though. So
Yeah, and he actually reminds me a lot. It might sound a little different, but he reminds me of Nirvana in the sense of Kurt Cobain, especially, and the rest of the band. They were very popular, and they would just make all their melodies off very simple things. Like they could, whether it was guitar or the hooks, you can even see footage like Kurt Cobain, like for Something in the Way. He apparently he just sat on the couch with the lights off and just started humming until he found something he liked, and it very much reminds me of that. Like because both of them are very simple. For Nirvana, the guitar is very simple. The choruses are simple, but they go with it's like they're humming until they find something good and they record it.
Right.
And he reminds me of that also because I feel like they portray their emotion. Like Nirvana is very blunt in their lyrics, and then just sort of says what they want. I feel like you can sort of like get their rage or whatever they're going through sometimes in their songs. It's very similar.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have made that connection, but I do see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So the next track, number 6, we have "Save Me."
Oh, okay.
I forgot about the drums.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Surprised me.
Hello, from the dark side in. Does anybody here wanna be my friend? Want it all to end? Tell me when the fuck is it all gonna end? So save me before I fall. So save me. I don't wanna be alone. So save me. So save me. I don't wanna be alone.
That was nice. I like the percussion on that. That was
Yeah, that was a cool.
That was really nice
Drums.
when it came in. I don't know if he also plays drums, but whoever that
I don't
was
think
simple,
so,
but it was very nice.
Surprised me when it came in. I forgot it was there, and I was like sort of like in the song, and I went, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just strong emotion again. I mean, trying to deal with something and know, when you realize that you're hitting rock bottom and you need help, and calling out like that. It's funny that not funny, I should say, but earlier in the song, this is gonna sound weird. I thought of Pink Floyd.
No, I did too.
You did?
Yeah, because
There's
I've
part
heard this
from-
album before, but
Okay, because there's a part in the wall.
Yeah.
Where it's where the guy it was based on an artist who was got into drugs and and everything else, and
Exactly.
depression and everything, and it was
talking
like
about his.
and actually it's where he goes hello, and it's like I was in
is
the,
anybody out there?
Yeah,
Does
hello, is
wanna
anybody
be my
out there?
friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So-
part. Yeah.
So yeah, because it was just like, is anybody out there? Like, and it didn't say in the Pink Floyd doesn't say save me, but
For
there's a
sure.
very much a relation. In fact, when he said hello was almost like, did he listen to Pink Floyd The Wall? Because
Yeah.
that's very similar.
I am wondering.
That's interesting that
if
that
he
you got that same
was.
connection because
because it's a very similar vibe with it.
yeah, just that one part, but the overall theme and the lyrics and all were similar, even though I wouldn't say the name necessarily like Pink Floyd.
Too. Yeah,
which is
most of it is
more
not.
trippy kind of music, but But I did thought that's funny that we both got that connection.
Yeah,
though.
I think the Wall by Pink Floyd is their most similar album of Pink Floyd, just because it is more of some of it is melancholy and somewhat simple for their production compared to some of their other songs where they have a lot going on.
Yeah, for the layering and stuff.
So yeah, I did get that vibe from it.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
But that is also the longest track on the album.
Oh, really? And
only,
still really wasn't that long.
No, 2
They were
minutes
all-
43 seconds. It's the longest.
They're all
one.
pretty short. They're succinct, you know.
Yeah, they're like all you just listen to them. Like you can just picture listening to it like on your bed, just back to back, and it's like you just.
Yeah, they're like, like I said, they're succinct. They're
It's like Pink
they're,
Floyd.
they're they're as long as they need to be. Like, it doesn't need to go longer. You don't need to dwell on it. He said what he needs to say, and the music is just right. And yeah, it's really.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice. Very impressed. Yeah.
So now we will be doing is Dead Inside is an interlude, and then we're gonna let that play and go into Fuck Love, which actually has the only feature on the album, Trippie Redd, which you might have heard of, but
I don't recognize
not
the
as
name.
popular as some of these others.
Okay, we'll see. All right. Much pain in his voice.
Yeah. This is what it like sounds like. Reminds me of like the old blues, like where they would sort of just croon.
That was a jump.
Yeah.
Baby, I need you in my life, in my life. Please, babe, don't go switch his eyes, switch his eyes. I swear this is where you reside, you reside.
It's Trippie Redd.
Please, babe, don't go switch his eyes. Ooh, please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away.
Nauseous, I'm dying. Can't find her, someone to my eyes are all lost it, riots, gunfire inside my
Baby,
head.
I need you in my life, in my life. Please, babe, don't go switch his eyes, switch his eyes. I swear this is where you reside, you reside. Please, babe, don't go switch his eyes, switch his eyes. Ooh, please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Yeah.
The least melancholy on the album.
Yeah, but still,
The content is the same, but like in terms of the production.
oh yeah, production very
Yeah.
different, much more light and airy, but which is almost in contrast though to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Please don't take your love away. We're just struggling with that, obviously not wanting to lose that love and you reside.
Yeah. So so that was your first introduction to Trippie Redd,
Oh,
I like that.
That's okay.
the guy who sings the chorus, the please wait, don't go switch inside. That's him.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Trippie.
That's Trippie. Okay, yeah.
They're somewhat similar in the terms of Trippie's another one that goes more off like vibes and sort of just humming till you find the right chorus.
Yeah. Okay.
Not very heavy on lyrics, but
Yeah, I mean that would. I mean, yeah, similar as far as like the emotion and stuff, but definitely production wise, sound wise, it just was
Much lighter.
Much lighter.
Something that you can like sing along to and not necessarily feel the gravity of it.
Yeah, I still can feel the gravity of it in the sense of like like losing somebody, losing love, unrequited love, anything like that, where you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
like that, you empathize in that sense.
Especially
like,
with
that hurts.
the album as well, you can feel it more. Because when it came out, I remember it was very popular as like, it was one of the probably the biggest hit after Jocelyn Flores, and it was something that people would like play all the time. Like, you didn't have to be sad, like it was just something they'd play, just because they liked the sort of vibe of it.
Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that was pretty cool. Now we got Carry On, track number 9.
How did you get here? I'm drunk and confused. I tried to be patient with you. Yeah.
Trapped in the concept, falsely accused, was used, and misled, bitch. I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace. Now the fact that I'm alone is fucking comforting, and I can't seem to shake this fucking feeling in my cold shoulder, heartbroken, misspoken. I'm cut open the fingers and all my stab wounds. And if she could, she'd probably dance on my grave inside my head. I see your face, I fucking hate that I love you still. Yeah. Carry on, life flights, so just carry on with this pain inside of my chest. Got no choice but to carry on. Carry on, life flights, so just carry on with this pain inside of my chest. Got no choice but to carry on.
How did you get here? I'm drunk and confused. Did you find that bad?
Anyway, that sort of messed me up, that loud. But yeah, I love the like it's the same like feel throughout most of the album, but I'm pretty sure it's Shiloh Dynasty again in the back, and I love the like.
Yeah, yeah, that was really nice, and I like the little touches, little like a little echo kind of a thing. I'll say something, and it's very faint. It just
I don't even think I caught it the first times I listened because I didn't have headphones on, really,
Yeah.
like these.
Yeah, because I did that a few times, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. It's very subtle, but it really gets like the point across. So yeah, that was really cool. I didn't get all the lyrics as much on that one, but I got more
The feel of it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean on that one, like even me too. Because I've heard it many times, but I still like I feel like it just gets you, so you just sort of vibe out with it, and you forget to even pay attention to what the lyrics were.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I was kind of trying to get the lyrics, and then I'm just like, no, you just I gotta kind of just let it go and just listen and take in the production. Like I said, those little echoes, those little things that they were just kind of like.
Yeah, I do like.
It's nice.
I do remember the chorus. I like some of it because he says, like flights, I just carry on. Got this pain inside of my chest. Got no choice but to carry on. Obviously the theme of the song, but it's just a lot of these nice little metaphors for just talking about how even when you're dealing with something, you just have to move forward because that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. I like that. I mean, obviously, that's the thing he repeats is carry on.
Yeah.
So.
And it relates
nice.
back to the whole idea of him trying to help others get through whatever they're going through.
Yeah, no, that was nice.
Yeah, why don't we have well, this will be the last one because we have Orlando, which is the 10th track. Well, a personal favorite of mine. One of the lowest streamed though, not as popular, but I do like this track. And then we're just gonna let Ayala play the outro.
Okay. That's pretty.
Yeah. Reminds me of the song in Hamilton where he's like in the eye of a hurricane.
It
Yeah.
Pain in my heart just won't end. The words that I find just don't seem to compare. Alone, I must seek out the end to begin. So nobody wants death, cause nobody wants life to end. I'm the only one stressed and the only one tired of having fake friends. I'll be waiting on death with a smile on my face, so this is the end. Waste of tears, waste of years and months, loving her for once hurt me, break my heart. Can't keep love at all. Turn and twist myself. Can't keep love at all.
All right, there it is.
Wow, that was like some of the others, really powerful.
Yeah, very heavy. That one, it might be my personal favorite, but because like I think you said the depression and obsession sort of like hit you harder. And
Well, that one was hitting me too. I was kind of
Yeah,
feeling like that
that one-
same emotion, like
Yeah.
that kind of washing over me. That was like, wow, that you can feel the pain in his voice, and,
Yeah.
and what he's saying, what he's going through, and then wanting love, and just hurt me, break my heart, and I forgot the next lines, but I mean, just it was
yeah,
like,
worthless. Can't keep
Can't
love
keep
at
love at
all.
all.
Turning, twist myself.
Yeah, just that pain of wanting love, of unrequited love, of whatever it is, but just a lot of pain in his voice on that one, but like all the others, but done in a really beautiful way. That that was
It really hits it. To me, that's the one on the album that like I always feel, even no matter how many times I heard it. It's just like, especially some of the lyrics, like we've talked about some, but especially to me, one of the ones that stands out the most is when he says, "So nobody wants death because nobody wants life to end," which is already a great lyric in itself.
yeah,
But then he says, it's like he reflects it. He's like, nobody wants death but me. Because he's like flipping it and says, I'm the only one stressed and the only one tired of having fake friends. And then he goes on to say, put the noose on my neck and all that. So he's like, it's like he's saying like nobody wants death because they don't want life to end. But if life is this negative, then I'm just going to go. So very heavy.
yeah, very heavy. That's very, very sad. Very again, the piano was very simple.
Yeah, I love the piano.
But beautiful. Like, as we said before in the other ones, it's as much as it needed to be. It didn't need a fancy piano solo or anything else. Like, it was just it fit. It's very simple, but it really carried the emotion, and then his lyrics and his
the way
delivery
he,
is just so powerful that man. I loved it, the whole album. To be
well, we
honest.
still have the outro. I was gonna let
the
it play
outro.
out.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
just-
because you said you're gonna play.
I wasn't gonna let it play out, but I was just like, man, I really love like this song. Like, I feel like we gotta pause on it.
One thing though, it's why is it called Orlando? Is that where he lived, or do we?
You know what? I actually never thought about that till you mentioned it. But he is from Florida. I don't remember if he is from Orlando or not.
Because I don't.
But that
Unless
could
I missed it,
be
I didn't hear
it.
him say Orlando in the song.
I'm
But
pretty
maybe
sure
it's
he
just
didn't either.
something, maybe if you said he's from Florida, then maybe that's where he was from.
Yeah, I know
I
he
don't
is from
know.
Yeah, so
I-
he might just be from there and then just wanted it to name it that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. All right.
But
Yeah.
here we go. The outro. It's about a minute and a half.
Okay.
Back with the piano.
I like little minor chords.
Ooh, she showed me think love can't forget. Oh, it hurt, made a list of my regrets. Oh, it hurts, I can't forget how it hurt, made a list of my regrets.
Wow, that really flowed nicely from the last one. And
It
then,
did.
I love the two guitars.
Yeah, everything about it. Like there's
It,
the main piano and the minor one you were saying.
Yeah, just like
And
'cause it's- yeah,
the slight
just-
guitar like chucking.
It was like they're playing off each other. you
Yeah.
know, like both there's the two guitars where one's more like electric, and then you got like acoustic, and then you got piano like the major chords
That are
and the minor,
harder. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and not sure that's the right terminology, but that's
Yeah.
how I describe it. Anyway, you get what I'm going for. But yeah, I thought that was really a nice segue from the last song because it's kind of a similar, piano.
yeah, similar
continuing.
piano.
I didn't get all the lyrics, but you got the feeling of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, what
Didn't even.
he was going for, but that seemed almost in some ways the most I don't know the right word, most produced song, like that, the most layers.
Yeah, I think so too.
as far as musically, there
Yeah.
was a lot going on compared to the other songs, and I really enjoyed it. Like it was just listening to it was like, oh, that's cool. That's oh wow, that's it's like these little things going on, yet the same kind of
Same feel.
depression, melancholy, that he's dealing with in his voice, that comes across even if you're not totally getting all the words, like it makes me want to go back and actually listen to it, and read the lyrics, kind of a thing. It's interesting in the sense that, for the most, the whole album is pretty, melancholy. Like,
Yeah.
it's normally, you think, that's something I don't want to listen to, or not too
Yeah, you
much.
don't
You know what I mean? Because it's
Play
like,
it, in the car driving.
yeah,
to,
like you're
to work,
you're so,
but it's more of it's like a beautiful piece that you just sort of come back every now and then
right,
to
yeah,
listen to.
right. You got to be in the mood for it, but like some stuff you listen, you might, I've listened to my life where it's like, all right, that was really good, but it was depressing, so I don't want to hear it again. But this one, no, I was like, that was melancholy and dealing with depression and everything else. But I do want to hear it again. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
The way he put it out there, poured out of his heart, obviously, and then the music, it was simple enough and perfect and beautiful. And I do want to hear it again. Maybe do it one more time. That I'll listen to it. Just to listen to it. Again, maybe without lyrics, and then they'll do it another time and actually go through the lyrics, because it was nice just, getting the vibe and hearing it. And then I would actually like to kind of check out the lyrics a bit more,
Yeah.
to see what all he's saying. And obviously, even without reading the lyrics, you get what he's saying. You get the
Yeah,
vibe,
and you can
understand
get
the
most of them,
emotion of
yeah.
that, of what he's going for.
I love his music, especially the end there. You can see it the best, but some of his stuff, it's like how Pharrell Williams described it, where he was like, I see the music, like you could see it either like in
Uh-huh.
color, or you could just see it as like when you're just listening and all these different instruments are coming in, and it feels like it's all around you, and I feel like you can just see it, and you could feel it at the same time.
Yeah, there was that, that famous, I mean, no, not famous, but a quote that we had talked about, not in a recording, but that music is what feelings sound like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that. And I happened to say that just this
It's
evening.
very true.
And I was like, wow, that's the epitome of
It was,
music is what
yeah,
feelings
the
sound
epitome
like.
of
Yeah, wow. I mean,
Yeah, he's he's made some beautiful music. I think he was turning out to be a beautiful soul, and especially with how young he was when he created this, like,
Yeah.
around my age, and
Right.
put his pain, clearly had a lot of it, and put it into such a great
yeah.
expression.
So well done. So beautiful, and yet,
So easy to relate to.
yeah.
And
But just, but so much pain. That sucks. Like that.
Yeah.
You know this guy had a hard life.
tough,
and
very tough.
That sucks, and then that the world lost this, like you said, beautiful soul, because that was some pretty amazing stuff. That he was already doing it at such a young age.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was beautiful. No, I thank you for playing it, man. That was I don't know why I never, it's funny, like, I've heard the name. I know you played a song or two, and I thought it was fine or whatever. I didn't really, listen to it, like, but
Yeah,
you sit and
as,
listen to it and take it all in, and especially hearing it all together like that, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He's yeah, he's just one of those. All his music, and that's what I love about him is like there's an album like this where it's very like you could just feel everything, and you didn't actually hear much of him rapping because he can rap pretty well. Only on Jocelyn Flores pretty much he raps, but most of it is sort of just singing and just finding melodies. But he has this style, and then he'll do other stuff that I think he kills it on too. Like he just tries a bunch of different styles and never. I think he said before he didn't want to be put in a box, so he kills it on everything.
Yeah, well, that's a shame that he died young, because he was obviously quite a very, very talented, artist. The world lost a great artist there.
Yeah. So we'll probably do the question mark by him is his biggest album.
Oh, that wasn't his
massive.
biggest one? Okay.
No, that is still massive. Like,
Yeah.
Still, but I
okay.
think question mark is. I don't know
That
if it
was-
is, but it's like 1 or 2 or 3 like most streamed rap album of all time.
Oh, really? Well, I definitely look forward to that.
Yeah,
That
it's crazy
was
his impact
great.
too. Like, cause I just remember like I grew up with him, listening to him, and it's the same like him. There was a bunch of artists that died around that time. Lil Peep, you might have heard of. Juice WRLD for sure.
I've heard of. I mean,
Heard.
I
of
was
his
familiar
name.
with
Lil Peep?
not his music, but
Oh, yeah.
no, not Lil Peep. I didn't really know. Actually, I don't recognize the name, to be honest. Juice WRLD. Only one time you had showed me some, like he was doing like a freestyle rap.
Oh yeah, I forgot I showed you that.
At a radio station.
He
or
was doing
something.
the like 1 hour rap over Eminem beats.
Yeah.
Because I showed you it, I was like, look how impressive this guy is. Just-
And I was impressed with that. He was just coming up
Kept
with this
going.
lyrics and stuff right off the top of his head. But I've never actually listened to his music. I just heard that little freestyle thing.
Yeah.
And not little. I mean,
And
it was
very
impressive.
impressive. And even Eminem applauded him on it.
Yeah. So anyway, but this was great. I definitely welcome hearing more of his music. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, not too much of it.
Yeah. Well,
But
whatever there is,
yeah, it is,
that'd be cool to.
yeah, he's one of my
hear some more.
favorite ever.
Yeah.
So we'll check him out more. But that's it for today. So
Okay, well,
That was great.
that was great. That was awesome, and thanks everybody for watching. And if you enjoyed it, please,
check out the other videos and
and
Share 'em.
and comment. Say what did
Yeah.
you think about the that album? Because I thought it was amazing.
Yeah,
I'd
when
love
it-
to hear what you thought.
the
What do you think about
thoughts.
us? Whatever you want to say, but please leave some comments, because I don't
correct
know
us
how,
where we're wrong too. I could have been wrong on some of my explanations.
Yeah, whatever it is. But please leave some comments because I mean, we'd like to hear it. We want to learn
Yeah.
from from
We'll
it as well.
interact
But
with it
also
for
just
sure.
want to see what did you guys think about that album, especially if you weren't familiar with all the. If you're watching this, you probably already were. But
Yeah,
that
I'd
was,
imagine
that was great.
a lot of them watching or just grew up with it or remember hearing it for the first time. So
Yeah, and I'm
Love to see
I'm
that.
I'm I'm an old guy. I'm his dad, but I'm old enough to be his granddad, and so this is very very new for me. But that was awesome. So anyway, thank you all for watching.
Yeah,
Really
thank you for
appreciate
watching.
you. Thanks so
and
much.
we'll see you on the next video.
Yeah.
Thank you.